Namaste, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an Indian recipe. This one is another favorite one of mine. It's something that I ask my dad to make so frequently for me. And I think that unlike mutton tikka masala, I eat this more frequently. Because I think that it's safer to eat seafood than it is for me to eat red meats. So I really like this recipe because it's very simple, very easy. It usually doesn't take that long to make. And it tastes just as good. It's one of my favorites basically, and it's nice, it's spicy, it's just delicious on its own. It has these amazing flavors. So I'll show you guys how to make it. To make the prawns masala, here we have of course prawns, and these are cleaned and drained, and their drained weight is 500 grams or half a kilogram. We have here a tomato puree made out of 2 large tomatoes. Here we have 2 medium onions, 1 can, the equivalent of 400 milliliters of coconut milk, a tablespoon of grated coconut, and a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste, 6 dried chilies, and 10 to 12 curry leaves, 4 tablespoons of coconut oil. We'll use 2 for the frying and then 2 for the cooking. And here we have our spices, half a tablespoon of salt. And then here we have 1 teaspoon coriander, garam masala, 1 teaspoon coriander, 1 teaspoon Kashmiri powder, half a teaspoon of chili powder because we have a kid. And here we have 1 teaspoon of turmeric. So for our prawns, we've already seasoned them with salt and turmeric. There's no specific measurement, just to coat them. On high heat, we put a pan just large enough, and we wait for it to heat up. So after it has heated up, we just add half the quantity of our coconut oil, and we wait for it to heat up a little more. So now that it has heated up a little, we're just going to cook our prawns, and we're going to cook them in batches or little by little. So the reason we're cooking in batches is because the shrimp might, if we cook it all at once, the shrimp will release the water, and the temperature will drop, and then it will be at that point boiling and not frying the shrimp. So we cook them into smaller batches and on high heat, because then we don't give the shrimp the time to release the water. So after we've pan fried all of our shrimp, we just put it in a plate and set it aside, and we get ready for the next step. Now we take our cooking pot and we just put it over medium heat or high heat and just wait for it to heat up. Once our pot has heated up, we just add in our oil, the rest of our coconut oil. We add in our onion and we saute that until golden brown. So now that it has started to get golden brown, we're going to keep it on high heat, and we're going to add our ginger garlic paste. And we're going to saute that as well until you can no longer smell that raw smell of garlic and ginger. So now we lowered the heat, and we're just going to add in our chili and curry leaves, and we'll just cook that as well until the leaves start to wilt. As you can see, the leaves have started to wilt, so now we're going to add our tomato puree. Cooking, you will see that some bits of the onion and the ginger garlic paste would have stuck to the pot, and you can start to remove that sticky part, or in a way deglaze them using the tomato. So now we turn it on high heat again, and we just add in our spices as well as our coconut. So just like we did with our mutton tikka masala, we're just going to wait for the tomatoes to start to concentrate in flavor as well as consistency, and we'll wait for the oil to start floating to the surface. So we've reached the stage where the oil has started to float, as you can see. So now we're going to add in our shrimp, and we'll cover it until we just coat the shrimp. Should take about 2 minutes at most. After the 2 minutes have passed, we're going to add in our coconut milk. And we will mix that around. So we kept it on high heat, and as you can see, it has started to boil. So now we just put it on medium heat and we cover it and we'll let it simmer. The duration depends on how you're serving it and how you like it. So if you like the sauce or gravy, you can just keep it for a short while. Whereas if you just like it dry, if I make sense, if you like it dry, then you can leave it for longer. So since we are serving it with rice, we like the gravy part a little more. So we've reached our desired consistency. Now we'll just turn it off the heat and serve it. So we've served it. We served it with white rice and it smells amazing. We make it so often in this household, and every time we make it, I cannot wait till I get to eat it. And sometimes I try to keep leftovers because I feel like that will give time for all the flavors to like merge together. And I feel so sorry for any country that doesn't sell or like have curry leaves, because this is the key ingredient. So even if you make it without the curry leaves, they will not taste the same. Let's try this, even though I know how it's going to taste. It tastes amazing. There is a reason why I love it. There's a reason why I love to eat it so frequently, or why I ask my dad to make it for me so frequently. Frankly, in my honest, humble opinion, I think it could use more chili powder because we only used half a teaspoon, and usually we should be using a whole teaspoon as per the recipe. But we have my brother who eats it sometimes, and we have my mom who's more sensitive to spice compared to me. So we had to just keep half a teaspoon, but I wish it was a whole teaspoon. So for today's bonus, we're also making lassi. So in here we're going to need a pot of yogurt. We have plain yogurt, 450 grams, 400 milliliters of milk, and they both should be cold, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Here we have cardamom powder and rose water, and we're not measuring these, just what you think you need or what you think is necessary. And to decorate, we're having here some pistachios and saffron. In a blender, we're going to add in our yogurt. To the yogurt, we add our cardamom powder, our sugar, and lastly our rose water, and we mix those really well. So after everything has mixed and incorporated together, we're going to slowly add in our milk while mixing. After adding in our milk, we're just going to pour it into cups and serve it. So now that we've poured it into our cups, we just to decorate, we add a little bit of pistachio. And on top, just a few saffron strands, 3 to 4 at most. So we've served it, and this is what it looks like. I like the addition of pistachio and saffron on top, because not only does it give it some texture or flavor, it makes it look even more appetizing to serve. And I think that this is the perfect thing to consume after like a huge plate or like 2 plates of prawns masala, because usually like spicy food, after consuming spicy food, you should eat something that has dairy in it, because dairy is known to like tone down the spice a little. So this concludes today's video. Again, if you like this kind of content, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram so you guys can support me to make more content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!